Hey there, Chris here from Property Abundance. Thanks for joining me on this interview. So I'm delighted to be able to introduce you to one of our students who's joined us on the Complete Property Empire Builder. So I work with them personally, Mr. Vincent Lui. Hi, Vincent.
Hi, yeah.
Now, before we go on, I'm just going to this is an outtake. Have I pronounced your name right?
Yes.
Lui. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll crop this out.
Okay.
Um, welcome, Vincent. Thanks for joining us. Really great to have you here. And obviously, you and I have known each other now for 8 months. When did you actually join the mentorship?
Well, yeah, 25th of April.
25th of April. So yeah, so it's almost 8 months, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself? What was it you were doing before you got into property? What was your life like before you got into property?
Right. Okay. So, well, I was working in a Chinese supermarket, so Oriental supermarket, for nearly 4 years, and I was feeling stuck about the job. So, because I've got no like there's no other opportunities for me to choose, and I feel that the job is not really end destination for me. So I decided to look into investments, obviously not just properties, but also elsewhere, and because because properties has been it's like a cultural thing that the in Chinese society, properties is a thing that will gradually build up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you buy a property, obviously you pay for the mortgage, and then it will gradually build up, and and the market will just like the property market will like from time to time keep going up. So that's something that I feel safe about first in the first place. And so I decided to go for property investment, and I've got my first buy to let before I joined the program, which I was satisfied with the numbers. But also I'm also looking, well, since I am not too old yet, I'm looking for something more aggressive, and I want something that pays my bills. I want to replace my job, and at the end, I can build a career out of it.
Yeah, perfect, mate. So yeah, like you say, I mean, there's a big difference between a safe single let investment that might make you 500 quid a month. But
Mm-hmm.
500 quid a month doesn't exactly pay all the bills and give you financial freedom, does it? So yeah, it's really great point that sometimes you need a bit more of an aggressive cash flow strategy like the one that you've taken on. What was it then about property, or about, you kind of answered the question already. Let me rephrase. So what was it that made you come on our 3-day program?
It was I don't know if I should say it's a coincidence, or it's basically because like on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which the program is at, I'm usually at work, but on that month I was on holiday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Happy coincidence, maybe.
I was actually off, and I saw this program popping up in my email several times, and I just thought, and also at that time I was looking at a few more others, like classes, like property abundance. I think it was after the introduction video from you and Sam, that somehow you two give me a more comfortable approach on properties, and so I decided to take on property abundance course, and that's how I started with property abundance.
Okay. And what was it that made you decide to join, like, after the 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, on the 3 days, everyone has the opportunity to apply for mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
We don't accept everybody, but what made you want to apply for mentorship? What was it about it?
Um, So everything in that 3 days work, it sounds to me is logical. It's very well. It's not something that is not achievable.
Hmm.
And I also needed the guidance to walk through the path. Um, some people probably like once they know the approach, they will just go for it, and then they will do like trial and error. But for me, I'm a bit uh, I I don't really uh, like testing. I want something that is more solid. So I know I am in the right direction. So I needed the guidance, and that's why I took on the mentorship program.
Okay. And how have you found so far? So obviously you're 8 months in at the moment.
Hmm.
Joined mid lockdown,
Yep.
so there wasn't too much you could do straight away. But
Hmm.
how have you found it since then? Well, sorry, let me ask you a different question. What have you managed to achieve since joining the mentorship program?
Right. Okay. So right now I've got one rent to rent HMO, which is a 5 bedroom, and it's already making me more than what my buy to let made me. So
Right.
uh, yeah. So
What does that property make you when it's full?
it will make me just over a grand.
Just over a grand from that one. Okay.
Yeah, just over a
So
grand.
over £1,000 from a property that you don't need to own.
Yeah, and
Firstly, great deal. Well done. That's awesome.
thank you.
How did you tell us a little bit of story about how you got to that deal?
Right. Okay. So it was. So basically, I wasn't too sure about telling people what I do at that time, because obviously I've got my job, and um, I don't want my colleagues to know, or my superior to know that in the future I might be leaving. Or
Hmm.
so I wasn't too open about my property journey, and but there was one colleague that she was furloughed for a while, and then when she came back, she asked me, "Oh, I've seen you turn part time. So what do you do in your own time then?" And then I just tell her that, "Oh, I'm doing my property business," and then she's like, so what do you do?" And then I said, I'm like managing property for people, but I guarantee their rents. And then she was like, she goes, "Oh, I've got a property that it will be empty in 2 weeks. Are you interested?" So and then well, obviously I said to her, I'm interested, but I do really need it to look at the properties before I can decide on anything. And then the deal was done within 2 weeks from that conversation.
So that was a colleague, was it?
Colleague, yeah.
I didn't actually realize that. I didn't realize it was a colleague whose
It was.
property. So do you see the power of the network, the power of who do you know? It's not what
Yeah,
you know, it's who you know.
yeah, that's right.
So let's talk a little bit about lifestyle, because I know that before getting into property, you're working full time in this Chinese supermarket.
Hmm.
What's your lifestyle like now after starting investing in property?
Well, I've got I've got a day. When I first started, actually, I've got so 3 days off. I work 4 days, but obviously my my boss wanted me to go to another depot on my day off to help do alignments between the two depots. So I've now got 2 days off, which is still one day better. And on that day, but basically on the 2 days, I will work on my property business. And even though when I'm driving to Manchester to another depot, I'll be calling like agents that I needed to call like on the way there. So um, it's something that it freed up my time, and also because like without the property business, when I'm driving, I just listen to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And now I make better use of my time.
So what do you find yourself doing in that time now?
Well, I'm still working hard on my business. So, but I do get a bit more rest than before. Because before I used to work 60 hours a week, which is normal,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes reaching 70. So.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, so now I can and now I can actually choose when to off. So on normal days, I work from 8:30 till 5 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 o'clock I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it changes the attitude. Well, not in a bad way, but I changed the attitude towards my job, and I found that when I have another way, I have a better chance of negotiating with the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So and to be honest, I think well, I'm also glad that he is a very understanding gentleman, and because he was in a 75 hours job before he owned this supermarket, which is about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And he understands that at our age we need to be aggressive, and we need to look for ways to achieve better lifestyles. And so he's open to me having both like the job and my property business. And he also said, if you one day reach the day that you need to quit the job to do the business full time, just let him know. So I mean, obviously, I can see that he needed. Well, right now I'm training a lot of MTs to kind of replace my job,
Mm-hmm.
and also because my boss is expanding as well. So he's well, in 2021 he'll be taking on 2 more supermarkets, and he
Okay.
needed MTs to expand. And uh, he is probably not ready for me to leave yet, but if
Yeah.
it comes,
How many more properties do you think you would need before you could walk away from your job?
2 to 3 more.
2 or 3 more? Okay.
Just a job.
And how clear do you think you are with your path to getting those 2 or 3?
I am well. Okay. Obviously, I've got some. Well, it's a slight tenant issues that we can talk about in another time. But in for now, I think it will be. I think I see myself in half year to reach that.
Right. So you reckon another 6 months and you could be out of your job?
Yeah.
That's really exciting. And let's just talk a little bit about mentorship, because obviously for anyone who hasn't kind of experienced the mentorship program before, or worked with myself and Sam before, they may be a bit hesitant. They may not know what to expect. So just share a little bit about your experience of being mentored by myself and Sam. How have you found it?
I I think that the reason why I took on the emperor level is because I am working with the best in this group, in the group. So I would like from working with you two. I would well definitely I'll definitely know that the answer will be like the answer from you guys, or the guidance that you provide are what I need. So basically, I just need reassurance, really. And with your experience with the property journey, and also you were in a 9 to 5 job as well, so you would understand. So from basically, I just think that the two of you give me the best reassurance on my property journey. wild
Awesome.
growth. Yeah.
And if someone was watching this, maybe sitting on the fence, wondering, should I join mentorship or should I not? What would you say to those kind of people?
Definitely. I think with someone guiding you through your property journey, you will save a lot of time and money, a lot of money, not testing the market, because some people likes to do it the trial and error way, but I would think that if you want to be successful, invest on your education.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Vincent. I mean, that's a very nice kind of recommendation there for people. Thank you very much for giving us some of your time. I know that your today's one of your days where you're not at work. So thank you for giving us some of that time. I know you probably want to go and spend it getting your next property deal signed up. So I won't take up too much more of it, but I just want to say thank you very much for your time this morning.
Okay,
and
thank you.
Yeah, look, if anyone's watching this and they felt inspired by Vincent's journey, if you are in maybe like a 9-to-5 job, maybe you're in retail sector and you're wondering, is property possible for me? Reach out to Vincent, get in touch with him, have a chat with him, find out about his experience, how he's gone from a 9-to-5. Well, we say 9-to-5, but really it's more than that, isn't it? It's more like 8 till 6 or 7.
Yeah.
He's gone from that retail industry into owning his own property business. He's done one deal. He's already got a buy-to-let from a previous portfolio. He's done his first rent-to-rent, and he reckons within 6 months he could be out of that job. So if that's you, if that resonates with you, make sure you reach out to Vincent. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear from you. He'll be able to share some of his experience, some of the things he's learned along the way. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm trying to think how I can wrap this up nicely. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So this has been Chris Peel and Vincent Lui from Property Abundance. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.